That's a travel on Dragic. And we got a timeout, a chance to catch your breath. 2:40 left in the game. Miami was down 18 with 5.5 minutes left in the third quarter. There's 88-87 lead. Their only lead of the night. What a fourth quarter this has been for Miami. They've outscored Indiana 22-13. But Coach sits trailing by 18 with 5.5 minutes left in the third quarter. The Heat have turned the tables on Indiana, outscoring the Pacers 36-17 to take their first and only lead of the contest.
As we said, it started at the defensive end. And as you mentioned, with 5:17 left, Indiana had 70 points. Right now they have 87, so they only scored 17 points since that time. The Heat had 52 at the time.
This game's so important to Miami after losing the first two this year to Indiana and being held to 87 and 83 points in those games. Now they're on their feet here at the Heat's house. 2.5 minutes left. Pacers down one and with the ball. Paul George. It's good. And the Pacers go back in front. George with 31 now. Remember, he had 36 the first time these clubs met, so he has had Miami's number.
Good use of the screen. He only had 10 at halftime.
He had 13 in the third quarter. Wade, short. Rebound to Paul George. With just over 2 minutes to play. It's been a heavyweight battle. We're in the 15th round right now.
The Heat have 2 timeouts left, and Indiana has 3. Both teams are in the penalty.
5 on the shot clock. They're looking for Paul George. Stuckey unloads and scores. Rodney Stuckey. He's had 6 big points here in the fourth quarter.
And when you concentrate on George, it frees up other guys.
That's 4 straight points for Indiana after the Heat took a 1-point lead. Minute 35 left. Must score. And Wade does. Dwayne Wade. He's got 23. Miami's down 1.
Good pass from Chris Bosh.
25 to go. Paul George draws the foul.
He's an excellent foul shooter, and he loves this situation.
Justice Winslow picking up his 3rd foul. Paul George, the number 7 scorer this year in the NBA at 24.5 points per game. Tonight, his 12th game of the season, over 30 points.
It's 83% from the foul line.
Now, if you missed any portion of tonight's game, you just want to enjoy this Heat Pacers battle all over again. Tune in tonight at midnight or tomorrow at noon. We'll replay the Heat and Pacers presented by your South Florida Honda dealer.
You got to rebound the miss now. If there's a miss, you got to rebound it, obviously. It sounds obvious, but sometimes teams don't do it.
Points in the fourth quarter for Paul George. 32 for the game. Miami trails by 2. Heat ball. Minute 18 left. Obviously, every possession is so significant right now.
This has overtime written all over it.
Dragic back to pass from downtown. Kaboom! Both his triples in the fourth quarter. This one puts Miami up by 1 again.
Good pass from Dragic.
What a game. What a finish. And a timeout to Frank Vogel and the Pacers. It'll be a 20-second timeout for Indiana.
They'll have 2 left. The Heat will have 2 left.
Now Chris Bosh down 9 straight games with multiple threes. Both of his triples have been huge here in the fourth quarter.
10-time All-Star, 2-time world champion. Showing why.
How about a 13-point fourth quarter for the man holding up that right hand. Chris Bosh, yes. Josh Richardson enjoying it.
Now you got to know that Paul George is going to touch the ball here.
Chris Bosh coached 28 points and 9 rebounds. So you know Paul George is going to be the focal point of their offense and of the Heat defense and of the Heat load up and prepare for this crucial defensive possession.
The Heat may trap it. Let's see what they do to get the ball out of Paul George's hands. Right now, I think what the coach is doing, Frank Vogel, is showing where to be spacing if the Heat overplay Paul George. That's usually what a coach does in this situation.
57 seconds left. And what has been a difficult game for both teams. Two strong-minded, physical teams, both with strong wills. It's served up a great game.
They keep Winslow on Paul George,
who shoots a contested jumper, short, and the rebound taken by Tyler Johnson. And you couldn't defend it any better than Justice Winslow just did. Rare opportunity. The Heat with the ball at a one-point lead.
Obviously, Indiana doesn't need the foul here. There's still time left on the clock.
20,000 fans on their feet. 7 on the shot clock. Wade going up. Does not knock it down, and the Pacers will get a shot to take the lead. 20 seconds to play. Ellis nails it. Monte Ellis with his first score in the fourth quarter. Puts Indiana ahead 94-93. Timeout with 16.9 seconds to go.
The Heat will use one of their 2 timeouts at 20. They'll have a full left. Indiana's got 2 timeouts left.
What a cold-blooded jump shot that was by Monte Ellis.
Comes off the screen. And he's wide open. Yeah, Chris Bosh was a little late getting up there. Oh, now it becomes a full timeout.
So Monte Ellis moved from shooting guard to point guard tonight with the absence of George Hill with food poisoning. Ellis coming through puts the Pacers up 1. Come on back for a dramatic finish. Now they trail by 1. This could be their final possession of the game.
In this situation, you take the first good shot you get because you want to have an offensive rebounding chance, and then if you don't get it, you foul them. You still get it back with the timeout. You can get 3 to tie it or 2 to 3 to win it. So you try to score as quickly as possible here if you get a good shot.
11 seconds left. Heat down 1. Bosh against Mahinmi. Tough shot from the baseline off the side of the backboard. Oh, the Heat have to be disappointed with the quality of the shot they got on the game's most important possession. They were out of sync on that. Seconds left. Heat down 1. Bosh against Mahinmi. Tough shot from the baseline off the side of the backboard.
Adjust. You're trying a 2-man game with Bosh.
A good double team there. And Mahinmi rotating back. So give Mahinmi credit. He doubled Wade to get the ball out of his hands, and then he rotated back to Bosh to force him into almost an unmakeable shot.
And look, they made the Heat use the clock. See, with 2.7 left now, the Heat wanted to get a quicker shot. If they missed, you'd have more time when you advance the ball to half court, but you still have plenty of time now to get a good shot with 2.7 seconds left. You're going to need a 2 to tie it or win it. Let's see what happens on this shot. This